Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Should Rico be part of Cowboys' run-heavy offense under Schottenheimer? The Dallas Cowboys, under new head coach/play caller Brian Schottenheimer, have made it clear that the offense wants to get back to running the football effectively. Schottenheimer has stated it, so too Stephen Jones at the Senior Bowl, and then we add in Clayton Adams, who helped develop the Arizona Cardinals' potent top 10 run game last season, as the new offensive coordinator, and everything is pointing in the direction of Dallas wanting to run the ball as its first port of call. Due to that, many have linked the Cowboys' desire to run the football down people's throats to their taking Boise State star Ashton Jeanty with the 12th overall pick. That seems logical, but as a rookie, can he take all of that brutal punishment alone? Likely not. He'll need a partner, and that brings us to Rico Dowdle. Rico's future in Dallas is murky at best as a free agent, but after rushing for 1,079 yards as part of a running back by committee for the first half of the season, he will have admirers for his services. But has Rico earned the right to at least return to Dallas and be a cog in Schottenheimer's offense? We get the debate. But we say yes. Even if it is likely to be a sidekick for another back, say Jeanty. Dowdle, per Spotrac.com, is likely to command around $6 million APY on the open market, and that seems easily doable for the Cowboys. However, we point out the reluctance to do business with running backs last season who only wanted $4 million APY. However, Stephen Jones did hint at the Cowboys possibly changing their ways regarding free agency, so who knows how the next few months will play out. But one thing is for certain, Dowdle, in his first full season with no injuries and being the starter for half of it, showed he can offer the offense something. Dallas looked for continuity in its coaching hire, so why not bring back Dowdle on a relatively cheap deal to help push what many think will be an offense that leans heavily on the run? Cowboys' new offensive coaching staff is missing an important piece. As we all know now, Brian Schottenheimer has been hired as the head coach, and has been filling out his staff throughout the last week. Clayton Adams was officially hired as the new offensive coordinator, and although he won't call plays, he and Schottenheimer have a clear common goal, and that is to run football all over you. Adams, 41, makes the jump to coordinator following 2 seasons leading the O-line in Arizona. He served on the Indianapolis Colts coaching staff prior to that stop, initially as assistant offensive line coach from 2019 to 2020, and then as the tight ends coach from 2021 to 22. The bulk of Adams' coaching history took place in college, where in 13 years he maneuvered his was up from a graduate assistant at Boise State in 2005 to the Colorado's co-offensive coordinator and OL coach in 2018. So both of these guys love to run the football, yet what are the Dallas Cowboys missing? A running back that they can trust under contract. Rico Dowdle's future in Dallas is murky at best as a free agent, but after rushing for 1,079 yards as part of a running back by committee for the first half of the season, he will have admirers for his services. Dowdle, per Spotrac.com, is likely to get around $6 million APY on the open market, and that seems easily doable for the Cowboys, but let's remember who is running the team. The man who doesn't spend money at all. Deuce Vaughn is currently the only running back that the Dallas Cowboys have under contract, and he is not going to be the one leading this team's backfield, I can tell you that. With that said, we do have the NFL draft coming up, so maybe we see Dallas take a back there. This class is loaded. Adams and Brian are going to have a big say in whether the Dallas Cowboys look to draft a back, but again they want to run the football, and without a back on the roster that can do so, they have to figure something out. Ashton Jeanty is the guy everyone wants at pick number 12, Caleb Johnson from Iowa is a name to watch, but the guy I want more than anyone is Trayvon Henderson from Ohio State. In 4 seasons at Ohio State, Henderson rushed for over 1,000 yards twice and scored double-digit rushing touchdowns in 3 of his 4 years with the Buckeyes. In his senior season, he averaged 7.1 yards per carry while splitting carries with Ole Miss transfer Quinton Judkins, who also finished as a 1,000-yard rusher. He is a speed back and lacks some physical traits, but they could use Hunter Luepke for that. They did not use him enough a year ago, and if they decide to not bring Rico Dowdle back, they could have the combo on the roster if they draft him. Either way, I will admit that I do like the coaching staff that this team put together. Outside of the head coach, it looks like they actually tried to make this thing work. They have a clear goal of what they want to do, but they are missing the most important piece, and that is a running back. If they can get that in place, they need to work on the offensive line, but it is clear that they might have the right guys in place, at least for now. To try and make some improvements, things will start to heat up once the Super Bowl is over, and look for the Cowboys to continue to add coaches on the offensive side of the ball in some way. Cowboys Brian Schottenheimer urged to sign the next Saquon Barkley. One thing we already know about Dallas Cowboys head coach/offensive play caller Brian Schottenheimer is that he wants to run the ball in 2025. After seeing Rico Dowdle toil away for half a season as part of a running back by committee, once Rico was handed the keys, he flourished, surpassing 1,000 rushing yards. Schottenheimer's time with the Seattle Seahawks as offensive coordinator, 2018, 19, and 20, saw the offense be top 10 in points, second in rush attempts and first in yards, 2018, third in attempts, and fourth in yards, 2019, and then fourth in yards, 2020, before a drop-off in 2020. So we know Schotty wants to run the ball and then lean on the play-action game off of that. This brings us to the draft and Dallas number 12 pick. With so many options and, in truth, many holes that need filling, NFL.com has Boise State star Ashton Jeanty coming to the Cowboys. After watching the ground game flounder without an elite running back in the backfield, Jerry Jones adds a bona fide star in Jeanty to spark an offensive resurgence, NFL.com writes. We have seen what such an impact Saquon Barkley and Derrick Henry made on their respective teams, and the Cowboys, after a poor season running the football, could look to Jeanty to get some much-needed juice in the run game. Is Jeanty the next Saquon? Of course there are other needs such as a foil for CeeDee Lamb at receiver, plus defensive linemen and anything else you can think of. And you fan? What do you think of the situation of Ashton Jeanty? Leave your opinion in the comments.